everybody, we are live. Jeff and Paula and you know the song "Watching the Detectives"? Watching the Detectives. I bet he does. You don't know that song? It's
No.
not. We got a former detective and a current friend of mine, Mr. Bill Guerrero. I think we might want to start off with, you're a former detective?
Yep. I was a regular detective in the police department, and then I was assigned to the local prosecutors for, I don't know, 7 years, and for those years I did undercover narcotics.
That is awesome.
And back then I had the Duck Dynasty look.
So
Yeah.
how does one want to go into that job, be undercover, or do they say, hey, you'll be good, you want to try this? How does that work?
Well, the one main thing was the one undercover vehicle that I used a lot in the warmer weather was a Harley that they had, and I had the license.
That's cool.
That is super cool.
So I was picked to use that. So then I let the hair grow and the beard grow, and like I said, I looked at just like Chase from Duck Dynasty, not Uncle Si, but Chase.
I love it. I love it. Let's say hi to everybody in chat. Let's see who's here. Welcome everybody in, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. I appreciate it. Lots more interaction on YouTube, but you be where you're at. That's cool. Everyone sees guests on in the house. Gloria Nichols in the house. What's going on? My friend Gloria Dean Bancroft, member, first day member of the website or the YouTube channel. Thank you, buddy. Blaine 07 in the house. Addie family in the house. JLB Nerdy in the house. Walter Grams, Mr. Handsome across the pond. What's up, my friend Mar, another member in the house. Lynn from the Lynn Project in the house. Lynn was in the hot seat last week, and I actually talked to her last night about what do I do to Mr. Detective Man? Because look at Lynn, love you, but I knew I could lie to you. Mr. Guerrero's a detective. So Jay Skywalker has a way better name than I do. Way better last name than I do in the house. Candy Mom 15. Hello to you. So you're cooking, but you're here. What are we cooking? You don't cook. You eat lettuce. What are you talking about?
Eat lettuce.
So anyway, welcome in, Dougie. I'm glad you're here. Mar in Memphis, another member of the the YouTube channel. The guy who sang Gaston did a fine job on the sing-along. I didn't watch it. I recorded it. Wifey and one daughter watched it. You guys didn't love it?
We watched just part of it. Yeah. Towards the end.
It
was okay.
Well, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about our day a little bit since we had a fairly busy day. Busy work day. Sparkles, Supreme Queen, what's going on, JLB? I think I said hello, hello. So we're going to talk about what we did today. We're going to talk about 9 truths and a lie. I'm going to tell 9 things that are true and 1 lie. Now, I asked Lynn, well, what do I do? Because last week we had like 8,000 things that were true about me and 1 lie. It was really kind of unfair.
It was crazy. There were like 40 of them were real.
Originally, we were going to talk about all these things, and then we turned it into a game. Yeah, and it didn't really work in a game. So we're going to just cut it down to 10 things I'm going to talk about. 1's a lie, and 9 are true. And Mr. Detective here is going to use his power of, I don't know, what is it, ESPN? I don't know what you guys got over there. But and whatever they do. Hey, Corey Meets World in the house. What's going on? Did you save any of LeFou's brew for us? Last night he did LeFou's brew. It was very, very cool. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see. It's going to be about baseball, though. Lynn said, look it, I'm a baseball nut. Bill's a baseball nut. Bill knows some of my baseball stories, so he won't be sure, am I telling the truth? Am I not being telling the truth unless I've already told the story? So we'll see how it goes. No, it's long gone, he says. Why? You didn't share any? She's been making some stuff, some concoctions, too. It's been pretty fun. Not on stream, but
more baking.
More baking. So let's start off with work because that'll be less fun. So everybody's heard about, the PPP, the payroll protection plan. And so we've got this nonprofit, and we're paying all our people, and we were told, hey, close up. They'll hook you up. We're with Chase Bank. The SBA is going to do all this. And so we fill out the forms, right? And we do everything right. And they say, hey, don't call us. We'll call you. 3 different times they say, don't call us. We'll call you. Today we get the email from Chase. Sorry, all out of money. We know we did a bad job not talking to you, but we'll try better next time. Next time, what the heck?
Exactly.
So
my dad's business got the same call today.
I am not gonna lie, I've been less happy today than every other day so far. So whatever, we've got plans that I'm not gonna bore everybody with, but so if I come off a little grumpy, it's because I am. Anyway, Josh Gad and Luke Evans, you are talking about no one sings like Gaston. Corey, can LeFou's brew be made without mango? Yeah, I'm not a mango guy either.
That flavor.
That's the part you didn't like about it, right?
Well with it, right?
Yeah, we had it
at foam.
Actually, it was with you, right, in front of Gaston's Tavern, Bill.
It didn't go well with it. The marshmallow was okay, but I think just the frozen apple would have been fine alone. But I know they want to make it pretty, so.
And that's what I was going to say. The day that I met up with you guys at the Magic Kingdom, we were talking out front there while the girls were inside, and that's what you were getting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Anyway, what?
They were good, but not my favorite mango flavor. I like mango. That I didn't like. It was like sour.
So Citrus Swirled family in the house, Orlando Mike in the house. Ruth Chris found a loophole and took all the money. What? I want to know more about that.
Oh.
I want their steak and their money. Ruth Chris found a loophole and took all the money. Maybe. I don't know. Jeff, did you and your family? I didn't. We were just talking about that. Wifey and daughter did. I was up here doing YouTube things.
Some of it. That we caught the end of it. We went ahead and recorded it.
I think it was when Corey's show was on. I don't know. Maybe I might have my time off.
It was just like okay. It felt like I was watching little kids on doing their YouTube channel.
I recorded it and I planned on watching it, but she says it's not that good. Yeah, our business got the email yesterday. Heck, we weren't happy. We filled out second day into it. Well, we filled it out immediately. We actually pre-filled it out, and we had two different people at Chase on our case, but truly they weren't. But whatever.
Yeah.
He was finished with, I did something after that stream then. I don't know. Hello, everyone, Citrus World. All right, so let's get on to the game. You ready to play, Bill?
I'm ready.
So here's the thing. So again, with Lynn's expertise, being an expert detective on the show, every Friday while we're out of work, which sounds like it'll be at least one more Friday, so we'll need one more of these, we bring on a guest. Today it's Bill, last Friday it was Lynn, and I tell some lies. Well, just one. I tell a whole bunch of truths and one lie about the topic. Last week was famous people we met. This week, because Lynn said so, because she knew I'd have you on, we're going to do true facts about baseball, things that I got to witness or do or see, and one I'm just going to be a lying liar. And you're going to have to decide which one it is.
Okay, now are these things in person or just saw on general TV?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell each story. All right. There's 10 stories on here. 9 are true and 1's a lie. And you in the chat are going to help Bill. You guys can ask me anything you want. I'll respond in chat to anything. You can ask me anything you want. But then once the game starts, the game starts. So it's 7 minutes after now. So at like 40 minutes after, 30 minutes after, the game begins. And you get 10 questions, Mr. Detective. And by the way, I'm rooting for me. In case anybody's wondering, I'm rooting for me.
No kidding.
Okay. And so he gets 10 questions, of which I will only answer with a yes or a no. Okay. Now, as a detective, I'm guessing you're a better question asker than the average bear. I play this game with kiddos all the time. I run a nonprofit. We have after-school programs. I've played some version of this game 8 trillion times. And generally, it's me teaching them how to, drill down. The whole idea is to teach them.
Now, do I get 5 minutes to take you in the back room in private and get the real truth out of you?
No. I've seen.
This is going to be tougher.
It was supposed to be only available for businesses with less than 500 employees. They found it. Oh, I see. Are you serious, Corey? Is that really real?
Wow.
Oh, did they really? Well, I have a plan. And if you guys want, let's tell the quick plan. So I run a nonprofit. Before we start with the game, I run a nonprofit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a screw you PPP golf tournament. And we're going to tell everybody the truth, what we did, paid all our employees, did it right, followed all the rules. I'm not a big fan of taking assistance, government assistance in general. We've never had before, but we kind of decided we should in this case because we were doing what the government asked us to do to help with the curb, save lives, blah, blah, blah. My whole town is open, by the way. The whole town is open. I was driving into town. Everybody's open. So we're doing what we're supposed to do. Nobody else is, whatever. So we're going to have a golf tournament. We're going to put on billboard how much it cost us to close down and do the right thing. And we're going to have a golf tournament, and we're going to get people to have fun and have a big party and pay for this dang PPP. And so the hole that is my organization's bank account will be filled by golfers and people who didn't. Ruth Chris? Really, Corey? Is that real? I'm going to probably message you after because I need to know more. Or you know what, Corey, honestly, when this is all done, I'm going to Google that. And if I can't find it, I'm going to bug you. So here it comes. Sorry if anyone said hello. I was driving. Candy Mom. Never sorry. That's so unfair. I'm interested in that. Yeah, they're a restaurant. So look, I want people to get help. And the truth is we're a nonprofit. We're going to be fine because, I mean, we're in charge. But it still makes me mad. All right. So that's enough serious talk. I want to get off of that. So, Bill, do you understand the game that you have agreed to lose to me in?
Yep, I'm ready.
Chat.
I got big shoes over here. Lynn beat you last week.
Lynn.
Yep.
Lynn, I don't remember it that way. Do we have prizes? Because I had prizes last week.
I don't know. Yeah, you did.
We'll have prizes. I just don't know what they are yet. So, Bill, you're going to win something of very little value and Disney-y. And somebody in chat will also win something of very little value and Disney-y. Is Disney-y a word?
Yeah, you just said it.
Cool.
So we can make it orange.
All right, something like that. Or maybe it'd be a baseball thing. Actually, it might be a Phillies thing. I think I know what I'm going to send you. I'll send you something, and somebody in chat will get something Disney-y. But chat, I need your help. Actually, no, I don't. I need you to help him. What I should do.
Probably be some old Dodger hat you find in the garage.
I've got a few.
You don't want one of those.
Yes, he does.
They're nasty.
There's a really good one from the 70s right over there, but I don't want to get up right now.
Sweat on the rim.
You're welcome. Ew. So anyway, I should make, like, we can turn this game into the mole, and I can have somebody in chat, like, feeding them live. That'd be good. All right. Chat, are you ready to help him? Bill, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 10 stories. Which one's the lie? Again, I will answer your questions in chat. I will. If Bill has a question, that's fine. This is just the gathering information. So, number 1, Tommy Lasorda, the greatest manager in the history of history and of the Dodgers, called me on the telephone. He called me on the telephone, and we had a exchange student. His name was Bronco. He was from Yugoslavia. Look at him taking notes. Are you taking notes? What?
Absolutely.
Price is going down. So anyway, I'm in the bathroom, all right, taking a shower, midday. We're about to take Bronco, my Yugoslavian, is that a word? Exchange student. A couple of days earlier in the evening, we just explained to Bronco what baseball was, because I'm a baseball nut. We're about to take him to the first game ever. I'm getting ready for a game. Bronco's knocking on the bathroom door. Jeff, you got a phone call? Yeah, I've got a phone call. I'm assuming it was my buddy Benji because we're going to the game. I said, tell him to go away. Taking a dang shower. He comes back. No, he says it's Tommy Lasorda. Now, I'm pretty sure Bronco knows like 1 or 2 names that are related to baseball at this moment in my life. And so he's sure it's Tommy Lasorda. Yeah, tell him I'll call him back. Bronco leaves. He comes back. No, really, Jeff, I think you need to come to the phone. So I go out there. By now, I've got my clothes on. I'm like, all right, Tommy Lasorda. Yeah, whatever. And I'm an 8th grader at the time. It's the summer between 8th grade and 9th. Summer between 7th grade and 8th grade. Excuse me. Summer between 7th grade and 8th grade. And I get on the phone thinking it's my buddy Benji being a jerk. I'm like, hey, hello, whatever I say. I don't know what I say. And he says, hi, this is Jeff. This is Tommy Lasorda. And it was freaking Tommy Lasorda. He was at Wrigley Field. The game had just ended. He's calling me on the dang phone to say, hey, he got a letter from my grandma. He wants to meet me. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anybody in chat have any questions about that to help Bill before I move on? Hey, Amy, what's going on? And you can take them anytime. If you see any questions, will you just chat them out? I'm going to tell story number 2. Story number 2. When I got to meet Tommy Lasorda, I also got to meet the great Steve Sachs, who has the best arm from throwing the ball from second to first ever. And if you know Steve Sachs, you know that's a lie. And he came out in a towel, and his hair was all jacked up, and all he was wearing was a towel. And my 7th, 8th grade self was a little uncomfortable with that. Number 3. 1978, the day before the All-Star game in San Diego. Now they have the home run derby. Then they had batting practice, which was basically the home run derby, but they didn't sell tickets. It was free. And me and my dad and some kids were there, and I watched Rick Monday, who's going to be on this list again later, hit a ball out of Jack Murphy Stadium. Not a home run. Hit it out of Jack Murphy Stadium. It was massive. It was amazing. I'll never forget it. I also, in addition to that, stayed after, got a whole bunch of autographs. Never got Rick Monday's autograph that day. Stood at his car with his wife waiting for him. Me and my dad and Rick Monday's wife. And I never got his autograph that night. But I got hers, but I didn't want it. That's number 3.
Said Tommy Lasorda was on hold for you?
I mean, he was holding the phone. I don't know that there was a hold. If Gloria's going to know some of these truths and not truths. If my mom's in, she will too. Number 4. Can't read my own writing. Oh, yeah. Number 4, 1984 Olympics. Dodger Stadium, like 6th row, right behind home plate. My grandpa and me had great seats right behind home plate for the 1984, one of the 1984 Olympic Games. There you go. Hold on, I wrote this in the wrong place. Hold on.
Apparently the stories have order.
No, I just put the wrong thing. Okay, the next one, August 29th, 1977, 7-year-old little Jeff was at a Padre game when the great Lou Brock stole a base to break Ty Cobb's all-time stolen base record. I'm 7 years old. I'm watching the game. We're there to watch Lou Brock break the record. He leaves first. He goes for second. And you know what I saw after that? Not a dang thing, because everybody stood up and I couldn't see. I was too short. But I'm pretty sure he was safe because it was a record and it was amazing. August 29th, 1977, Lou Brock breaking the stolen base record. Number 6. Are you watching chat for any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The date would be October 4th, 2001. Ricky Henderson in San Diego. I got to be at the game and watch him break the all-time runs record. It was at the very end of the season. He was a Padre. I think he was on every team, but he was a Padre, and he scored the run, and it was amazing. And I was tall enough to see that one, unlike the Lou Brock one.
Addie Family Adventures asked what year was that, but it was a delayed.
What year was which one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I can just give you the list. Tommy Sorta called me. It would have been in junior high. I don't know which one you asking for, Addie, and then I'll. Next one. What's my next one? I guess it's number 7. September 23rd, 1988, also in San Diego. I got to watch Oral Hershiser. So going into the game, Oral Hershiser, if he pitched a 9-inning shutout, it would have tied the all-time great Don Drysdale's all-time consecutive innings record. And me and my buddy Chuck Wood. Chuck. So anyway, I'm in the first row in left field, the very first row, and we had the signs and all that. We're watching Oral Hershiser. Lou Brock was 77. And so if he gets to 9, he ties. He throws a shutout in 9, but the Dodgers don't score a run. So does he come out for the 10th inning with the playoffs right around the corner? He does. He comes out. He throws a 10th inning shutout, breaking the all-time record. It was amazing. 10-inning shutout. One of the best things I ever saw. Number 8. The great Vin Scully sent me mail. My grandma wrote him a letter. She was mad at Union 76, Unical 76. They had they were a little gas station in Southern California, and they were giving away Dodger portraits. And she went to one, and they ran out, and she was pissed. And so for whatever reason, she wrote a letter to Vin Scully because he was on the commercials. And so he wrote me he wrote her letter. It went to her, but it was for me, and it had a whole set of the Union 76 portraits. Pretty cool. I don't know what number I'm on. Okay, so back when I was out of high school, when I was in college, I coached at my high school for a few years. I was a baseball coach. I coached the freshman team for a couple of years. And my head baseball coach, who I worked for at the time, he was my coach and then I worked for him, he had a pass to the Dodgers. It was a season ticket. It was just a pass. It was a little white pass. And you can go and you can sit up in the press level anytime you want. It was like season tickets. But it was in L.A. I lived in San Diego. And Coach Layton was a Yankees fan. So he gave me the pass. And so for 2 years in a row, I had a pass. I could go to any Dodger game I wanted. It was amazing. And it was a press box, so I got to see famous Dodgers, including Roy Campanella and Sandy Koufax, stuff like that. It was amazing. This one's in elementary school. So this would have been 81. So 1981. So October of 81, 83, 82. It would have been 6th grade. In 6th grade, I'm in Mr. Blevins' class. And I'm in the back of the classroom, and I'm listening to the game. But Mr. Blevins doesn't know that, right? But I'm listening to the game. And it's a day game. It's in Montreal, and it's a playoff game. And the Dodgers are losing, and Rick Monday, who I mentioned earlier, hits a home run to win the game, to advance the Dodgers. I get up and I scream. All of a sudden, I think I'm going to be in trouble. Mr. Blevins calls me up to the front of the room. He says, "What the heck is going on?" I said, "I was listening to the game. Rick Monday just home run. The Dodgers won." He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Go tell Mr. Von Hemmert that Rick Monday just won the game. He'll want to know too." And it was great. And I thought I was in trouble. So there's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think this is my last one. It's my last one. I don't know. I think I might have given you 11. If I did, doesn't matter. Last story. The great Trevor Hoffman, my favorite closer of all time, the second greatest closer of all time, probably. I used to go to spring training all the time. I'm walking down the left field line. It's before the game, but it's batting practice, and 4 or 5 of the Padres are up against the fence, feet up, and they're reading the sports page. And I'm behind him, and I'm reading the sports page, and I don't know who it is. And hey, can you scoot your head over? I'm trying to read that article. And Trevor Hoffman turns around and says, yeah, here you go. You can have the whole page. And we had a nice conversation, and it was like we've been lifelong friends for that 15, 20 minutes. Those are my stories, and I'm sticking to them. Now, chat. Can you catch me in the lie? Can you help our detective? Maybe he already knows, being the pro detective of the lying liars that he is. Let me know in chat. Do you have any questions? What's on second? Who's on first? I don't know who's on third. I love that. I don't know on third. Hey, Steve, my very first member ever, Steve Michaels, right there. Who's on first is one of the greats of all time. So I got 22 you here on YouTube. I don't know how many we have on Facebook, but if you want to help out our detective, now's the time. You can ask me anything you want. And in about 10 minutes, we're going to shut it off. No more asking me questions, and it'll be just for Mr. Detective to ask me 10 yes or no questions. Mr. Detective, before we get some help from the chat, do you think you know?
Yeah, I got an idea. I got one question on one of the things, so I got to wait until chat's done.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's asking what was the second one you read?
Steve Sachs coming out in a towel and embarrassing me. He was just wearing a towel and his hair was all jacked up. And
all right, my question is for the third. You said it was the 1973 All-Star game?
You broke up. What did you say?
You said the third question. Rick B, you were there for the All-Star game in San Diego?
Well, the day before.
That was in 73. 73, you said, correct?
78.
Okay.
I actually had a little mini bat, those little commemorative bats. Actually, I have 2 because I bought one on eBay and then I found my original. So I actually have 2 of those now.
And what was the reason Tommy Lasorda was calling you on number 1?
What was your question about the Tommy Lasorda thing?
What was the reason he called you to begin with?
My grandma wrote him a letter. My grandma was pretty awesome.
Blaine 2007 is asking what year you were born.
I was born Christmas Day 69. So the math works for 1970, but I one whole week in the 60s was I born. So I'm a 60s child, which I kind of like.
Sorta. I'm 70.
Christmas Day 69. Here's Mama. Mom, be careful. You're going to know the truth. So shh. We're playing 9 truths and a lie. So shh. You and Gloria are my concern in chat.
Maybe I'll just give my cell phone number out and I'll have Mom call me.
Jeff, you youngster, Steve, I knew I loved you. Feel young on some days, not so much. It's weird when you're not working.
When you have stairs in your house.
Oh, man, right? Aren't they supposed to make me feel like I'm younger?
It's like, why did we buy a house with stairs?
So if you're just getting here, I've given him, I think it might have been 11. I gave him a whole list of things that are true, except for one that I got to experience as a baseball fan. Tommy Lasorda, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday's on here twice, 84 Olympics, Ricky Henderson, Oral Hershiser, Vin Scully, having a coaching, basically season tickets, Trevor Hoffman. So Magical Express in the house, what's going on? That's how a detective works, right? Right. Just barely said, yeah, Mar. Just 7 days of the 60s. Christmas Day, 69. Anything, chat? Anything you think you can help him on? All right, maybe not. What do you think? Should we cut it down to his 10 questions? Do you think you're ready? You want to ask me to amplify on any of these stories? Because I can amplify. If you ask me to amplify, I'm happy to amplify. But once we start the game, 10 questions. Bye, Gaston. I'm glad you were here, buddy. Have a great rest of your Friday. Everyone. Tough. You lie well. Thank you, Hitchhiking Bones. I've worked with children for many years. I just don't know enough baseball. That's all right, Steve. That's all right. Now, if you did miss it last night and every Thursday night we go live, we talk baseball. Right now it's on my channel. We're going to start putting videos on our other channel. It's Bush League Baseball. Shoot, I should have a link. Actually, you know what? Let's drop some links. While he's doing his detectiving, I got a couple things I want to do. Magic of the Mouse, that's Bill. has a great podcast. He's my bud, and he's a sponsor of a couple of my shows. And his link to this is on Spotify now. You can go and get it wherever you get podcasts, but this is a link to the Spotify version or area of the podcast. Go check that out. It's awesome. I have his most listened to one so far, and I'm rooting for me. But go to his channel, and then don't listen to the Lynn one, and don't listen to the Richard Orlando guy one, but come listen to mine 3 times. Mom is Bomb. Hello, that's a fun name. Is that my mom again? Did you make another thing, Ma? What year was the Trevor Hoffman story? Says Jay Skywalker has a cooler last name than me. I don't know. What year was the Trevor Hoffman story? Probably.
That was question number 10, correct? That's why I was going to ask you to read that one. That was number 10.
I think it
was the last one.
It was the last one. 1, 2. I got numbers, but hold on. Let me see. 1, 2.
On his list, it says 10.
Yeah, but I have 4. I have 2 4s.
He messed it up.
Yeah, I screwed up. It was the last one. I can tell you it was the last one.
So number 4 is a lie.
Well, I have 4 and I have 4. So
okay.
I mean, you can go with that if you want. You can think that was my lie, or I mean, whatever. No, listen to me. Huh?
It's 2 questions.
So what do you think, chat? Should we make him do should I amplify anything else, or should we make him go to the 10 questions? Again, 10 yes or no questions. And again, I play this with kiddos just to get them to learn how to drill down. While we're doing that, if you're a YouTube creator, you need to check out TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is absolutely a YouTuber's best friend. I'm trying to get to 25 downloads. Here's what I mean by that. I currently have 6. 6 people have used my link to download TubeBuddy for free. If I get to 25, I get to be a higher level on their affiliate list, and that's what I'm hoping to do, and I just love them. So if that interests you, check that out. There you go. Again, the link that I dropped before Magic of the Mouse is for the podcast. I think I saw somebody ask a question.
So what year was the Trevor Hoffman story?
I mean, one of the years that he was a Padre.
That's really vague.
I mean, I don't know. What year? I don't know.
That was one question, Jeff. I need you to repeat that one, the number 10, the Hoffman.
So, okay. So I'm at spring training with my buddies, me and Ben and Andy. Andy's in chat sometimes. I don't think he's here yet. We used to go to spring training all the time, every year. Hey, not Theo, who is actually Theo. And so we're along the third base side, and I'm walking down there, and we've got good seats, and I'm kicking back, and they've got like the bullpen on the side of the field. I guess it's not a bullpen, but it's where they warm up, and they've got the bench, and they got like 4 or 5 guys there, and they've got a bench, but they've got another bench, and 3 or 4 of the guys got their feet up, and I'm sitting there, I'm eating or drinking or whatever I'm doing pregame, and a bunch of the Padres are sitting right there. And in spring training is you have a lot of access, so that's not that rare, and we had really good seats. And so one of the guys has a newspaper up, and he's reading the sports page, and I'm reading it too because I'm behind him, right? And I finally say, hey, can you scooch over? And he turns around and looks at me funny, and it was Trevor freaking Hoffman, and I didn't know it was Trevor Hoffman. But he was really great, and he gave me that page, and we had a nice long conversation. And as I said before, it was like we were friends. My point is not that we were friends, because we weren't. He's just such a freaking nice guy. I actually met him a bunch of times too, but that was the most intimate kind of connection. Super, and he was your favorite player.
Shared the newspaper with
me. He shared the newspaper with me, right? Ken Caminiti actually was your favorite player, but then Trevor Hoffman. Hello, Mom is the Bomb. Yes, that's a fun name. I'm going to say that more. If you have a fun name, I say it a lot. So, Mom is the Bomb, you're going to get sick of me. Anything else you'd like me to amplify on Mr. Detective?
No, the Hershiser thing, just to repeat that, I think it was question number 7. You said you saw him tie the record, or you saw him break the consecutive?
Yes, both. So going into that game, me and my buddy Chuck went on purpose. It was one of the last games. It might have been the last game of the season. It was in San Diego. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, and at the time, Hershiser had that run of 4 or 5 or 6 games, whatever it was. And had he gone 9 innings and thrown a whole nother game shutout, he would have tied Drysdale's all-time record of, I don't know what it was, 56 2/3 or whatever it was. I think it was that, actually. But he had to go a 9-inning game. He would only tie that. Well, so me and Chuck are in the front row left field. It was amazing. Great seats, cheering him on, and he throws a shutout. So that's amazing, right? But the Dodgers didn't score. So does he come out for the 10th inning? They're about to go in the playoffs. I don't think he should have come out, frankly. But they send him out, Lasorda sends him out, and he throws another inning of shutout ball, 10-inning shutout, breaking. He tied, which we all thought he might do. I mean, he had a chance to do at least. But no one could have dreamed to think that he might go 10 innings and break it. And that's exactly what happened. And I had front row seats in left field, albeit left field, for that. Theo has a funny Andrew McCutcheon story. I want to hear that. I like Kutch. I've heard he's a great guy. Certainly was an elite player. What was the one about complete game, I think? Yeah, Blaine, that's the one I just shared. Oral Hershiser needed 9-inning shutout to tie the all-time record, Drysdale's record, and he got it. But then he came out for another 10. Glory sits at Harvard. I've got to take Glory to a ball game story. We took Glory to a game, and we had horrible seats, and we had all the bugs, and she was not having it.
She didn't like
and
the
she wanted to go in like the 4th inning, and of course it went an extra inning.
It was
like 16. It was a long one. Yeah. Remember that, Glory?
The top and all the bugs.
They were big bugs,
too.
They
were giant.
They were big bugs.
Like the biggest moths.
San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium.
Yeah.
Jumbo bugs.
It was always cold there at night, even in the summer.
So when you got the bad guy across from you, do you take notes like that and scare the crap out of him, like you're being all serious?
Yep.
It's like, yep.
So while he's doing whatever he's doing with his notes, I'm going to tell an actual police story. So I'm sitting in the back seat of my car, or somebody's car, and it was when they had the new, it was new at the time. You had to put your seatbelt on, and so I'm in the back seat of somebody else's car, and we're at Jack in the Box in Escondido, California, and I don't have my seatbelt on, and the idiot gets pulled over. I wasn't driving. I'm in the back seat. So the idiot gets pulled over. So I put on my seatbelt, and the guy walks up and he comes straight to me and he puts his light in my face. He says, "I saw you put your seatbelt on," and I said, "Well, it's the law." He wasn't very happy with me. Hitchhiking Bone says, "I got nothing, honey." Don't call me honey. Oh, you can't. That's right. You call me honey? No.
You don't even like honey.
You don't even like me enough to call me honey.
Oh, I like you enough.
Do you know which one of these is a lie?
No. Because it's baseball.
There's no help.
Talking baseball.
I know a few truths, but
I was going to say, you'll know some of these.
Right.
Yeah.
When do I get to start asking my yes or no question?
If you're ready. So you ready to play the game? 10 questions? All right, chat. You can say whatever you want, chat. You can give him feedback, whatever. Now, if he gets it right, which, he's not going to. But if he does, he's going to get some kind of prize, which mocks the Phillies or roots for the Dodgers, I'm sure. And somebody in chat will get something too. I didn't think it through. I don't know what it is. Probably a Disney pin. Let's be real. I give out Disney pins if you want it. So if he gets it right, gets to pick one of you. So give him some good advice. All right. The game has begun. All I will say for these next 10 questions is yes or no. Go.
Okay.
Number one.
All right. Yes or no with the phone call from Tommy Lasorda. He invited you in that phone call to come meet him at the stadium at a future date?
Yes, that's one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down.
All right.
9 more. What are these newfangled seatbelts?
All right. On your number 3, the Rick Monday hit the ball out of Jack Murphy Stadium during the All-Star game, correct?
The day before the All-Star game, the day that they now have the home run derby, it was just a batting practice session.
Okay.
It wasn't like formal. The tickets were free. Now they're expensive. Okay. So that's, oh boy, that was a lot of words. Dang it. Okay. I just broke my own rules. Whatever. 2.
All right. And let me see here.
Dang it. I broke my own rules.
You were supposed to say yes or no.
I know. I gave him way more information than I had to. I'm not good at my own game.
All right.
So I should have said no. Dang it. All right. Just yes or no.
The 77, was that for Lou Brock? Was that for when he broke the single season or the all-time record?
All-time. Did it again. Did it again. Yes. I'm only allowed to say yes or no. So I guess I'll say yes, no, or it's not applicable. And it's not applicable. So you have to ask a yes or no. I suck at this game. Because I would have had him on 2.
Yeah.
So, Bill, do you understand? For now on, I'm only saying yes or no. Can't believe
sure you are.
Twice. He's just sure you are.
I know. Apparently, he's grilling me. He's scaring me. Number 4.
Let me see. Number 4.
That's true. Mark says you made up the game, but you can change the rule. I mean, I like Mar. Mar, you're my favorite. That's how detectives get you, right? Like, oh, are you doing detective mind tricks on me? You like a Jedi? The heck? I mean, how many notes did you write? Bill tricked you. I know, right? Here's where my brain is now. Did Bill trick me twice? Yes. Is he just better than me? He looks like he can't read his own writing. I'm not sure.
It's part of the.
Okay, I got to get more serious. Come at me, Kappa.
Yeah. I'm asking Google. I'm having Google help me out here.
Asking Google.
Is Jeff a lying liar? Yes.
You remember when?
All right. What?
Wait. Go ahead.
The Lou Brock stolen base. You were actually at the stadium?
Yes. That's 4. You get 6 more. Hey, I did it right this time.
You did it.
I mean, it's because he. Yeah, right.
And for the 1984 Dodger Stadiums, you were there for an Olympic game, baseball game, correct?
Oh, I didn't hear the end. You said Olympic game what?
You were there for an Olympic baseball game.
Yes, that's 5. You get 5 more. Steve's asking his 8 ball. I used to love those 8 balls, Steve. I want one of those. Sources point. I don't know what to say. Steve, I love those. 5 more questions, Kappa.
All right. Number 8, I'm going to cross that one off because I know you got a letter from Vince Scully.
Because I did what?
I already know you've got a letter from Vince Scully. I've heard that story before. It might be your number 4 for the 3rd time. I got it down as number 8.
Where is the polygraph, right?
Exactly.
Jay Skywalker is trying to give you advice, but I'm only saying yes or no because.
Speaking of lying, do you remember when you would have kids at the club and they would bother you and you would say, "Hey,
I know
Jose,
what she's messing.
Go over to Jose. He said he has some candy for you."
My best friend Jose, who worked for me for years, with me,
Jose,
for me both.
If
the kid was super, super, super annoying, I'd like pull him over to the side. I'd say, look, I'm not supposed to tell you this. Don't you dare tell him I said this. But if you go to Jose and you help him clean up, he's got candy in his little over there in the section, and he'll give it to you. And so the kid would leave for like 20 minutes and help clean up and leave me the heck alone.
So mean. Gloria, yeah, Gloria says sure is that.
You're racking up I mean, you know. What year was the Lou Brock record again? Blaine wants you to ask. I'm only allowed to answer yes or no questions.
Yeah, that one's correct. Your dates are correct. I already know that. August 29th, 77.
I wouldn't tell a lie.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie. There you go. There's the lie. You wouldn't tell a lie. That's the lie.
You know how many people in the history of the world said, "I will not tell a lie when telling the truth"? 0.
Where is it at? That was 1981. You said Rick Monday hit the home run that tied the game for the Dodgers against Montreal.
Yes. You have 4 more questions.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with that one right there because Rick Monday hit a home run that gave them the lead, not tied the game.
Are you done?
Yeah. That's my guess because Rick Monday hit a home run that gave the Dodgers the lead. He didn't hit a home run that tied the game.
Sorry, buddy. That's the truth. I might have had some detail wrong, but it was definitely the truth.
Well, I'm going off the facts. The facts you said was I just asked you the question.
If you remember, I said, I'm going to have to think back on the year I was in elementary school.
Well, the year, but I just asked you. I said,
would you like
a home run?
You don't have it yet.
No. I'm going off of your double fib there because it was a home run that gave him the lead. And I just asked you the question, was it a home run that tied the game? And you said yes.
Sorry. That's the truth. Should I tell you the lie? Or
your facts are wrong then.
Oh, that's what I just said. I was a little kid. So if you remember, I said, I'm not sure. I had to think back. I was in elementary school, but the home run was in 81, but whatever. Yeah, he's got 4 more. He can ask me 4 more questions, guys. They're all saying, give him another chance. Give him another chance. Jeff, sir, please come to the room and take the polygraph.
I'd rather have the back room.
4 more, and you can now exclude one from the truth, so you actually gain a 10% advantage now, 11% advantage. Actually, that guess, well, whatever. 4 more questions if you want, or you can just admit defeat. Gloria, I hope you have
1 and 2 kind of. I mean, they have to be, because you can't have one without the other.
One of my favorite songs. As you say that, I read Blaine saying, "I would question Lesor." I mean, when we're all done, I can explain how that. I'm gonna shut up. You know what? You might be tricking me right now. I'm gonna shut up.
Well, that's my question. I mean, I'm saying to Blaine. I mean, if you can't have this Steve Sax story if Lasorda didn't call you, so you wouldn't have been at Dodger Stadium to meet Lasorda and to see Sax.
I mean, I suppose it could have been Eric Karros or something.
Your mom, I tell you.
And
I tell you,
where were the?
You can tell them whatever you want, because I'm 99.9% sure you could verify some of these, but you don't know the answer. So I will give you full access to Ma, who's in the chat. Go ahead and say what you want, Ma, to help him, because I.
All right, Mom. I'll send you the stinky Dodgers hat when he sends it to me. Then.
It was probably in her garage for 20 years. So.
Yep.
Ma, what do you think?
I'm kind of leaning. Yeah, Skywalker thinks it's Hoffman. That's pretty plausible, because I do know that you went to spring training quite a few times. Told me with your buddies before in Arizona.
Every year for like a decade.
And they are pretty accessible there for the most part. I just don't know if it's the truth, if he was a nice guy or not a nice guy.
Different stories just at spring training.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got a great true story that I should have put in there that I just thought of. Next time, we'll see.
Oh, Mom says Mom doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
Mom is no help to me. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards number 2 and number 10. I just got to figure out which one here.
Hoffman or the towel?
Steve Sax and Trevor Hoffman are on his mind.
So you were in the locker room, huh? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, you have 3 more questions. I mean, it was a hallway.
The locker room's pretty much off limit.
Well, I mean, to be fully transparent, I don't 100% know that you would call where I was in the locker room. I was underneath in a tunnel, and they came. I guess they came out of the locker room. I guess I was at the door of the locker room, to be fully honest. I don't know that I
and he came out in nothing but a towel.
Mm-hmm. And his hair all jacked up. He was clearly just in the shower, and it was weird. Yeah, you have 3 more questions. Hitchhiking Bone says you have more questions. You have 3 more. Trevor played. Trevor actually started as not a pitcher. Trevor basically threw a changeup more than 90% of the time, and he could pump it at 90.
What did he come up as? He came up as a catcher or an outfielder?
I was about to say a shortstop. He was certainly an offensive player. I don't know, but he was a stud.
It might have been a shortstop.
Hey, kid, catch Mean Joe Green, said Jeff. I mean, yeah, it was kind of that kind of thing. It was definitely a hallway, and he came. I guess, honestly, I think he must have came out of the locker room. The more I think about it. The newspaper one I feel is real. I think I heard this story. Mar says I'm a hall. Yeah, it was a hallway. It was a nondescript blue hallway where I was talking to Tommy Lasorda, and he brought some players out, including Tommy Lasorda, in a towel. Got a picture of it. It was his hair all jacked up, and he had better abs than me, even when I was 14 or whatever I was. I don't know. I was always a Steve Sachs fan. Is he an exhibition? I think he was. I'll do whatever you say, coach, or a man, Mr. Lasorda guy is what he was. I don't know. He was a nice guy though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of stumped on those two. I'm thinking 2 or 10.
3 more questions. I will point out that you can do a. Is it number 3? Is it number, or is it, that it would give you have 3 more questions. If you've got it down to 2.
Is it number 2?
Well, don't do the number. Tell me the story because I don't want to make sure.
Is it the Steve Sachs story?
No. The Steve Sachs story is true. You have 2 more questions. And he was a very nice guy.
I should have had you put when you were telling the stories, your face right up against the screen, because I can tell pretty good just by your eyes if you'd be lying or not.
Theo says, I love Steve Sachs because it seems like I got his baseball card. Right? Yeah, I love. He had a great. So he was the 1982 Top set, and my grandma and grandpa took me to a baseball card show where I could have bought the 72 Garvey, which was the best Garvey card to have, or an 82 vending box where you get 500 vending. And I went with that because I wanted Steve Sachs rookie, and I got like 5 of them. And I got your boy, Kent Herbeck, who I'm pretty sure is on with their manager, Ron Gardenshire or whatever. Cool set, but of course the card to have there was the Ripken, and I got a couple of those too. Steve says, I was watching his eyes to see if he looked to sides while he talked.
Yeah, you can see a twitch in the eye usually if somebody's lying.
I hear a rumor that they look up and away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I actually am fascinated by the science that this is this. I don't know if I'm talking very well today.
We kind of understand what you want to say.
Chat, I hope you're enjoying this. Hey, if you know what, I was going to drop this in there. If you're interested in monetization, or not monetization. That's not the right word. Where'd it go? I had my link. Oh, hold on, let me pull it up here. If anybody's interested in membership, I was blessed yesterday. I had 6 people on my very first day of having these memberships open. 6 of you, and Steve is one of them. A couple of Mars, one of them. A couple of you are amazing to me and signed up for membership. I'm thinking about doing my first Zoom members stream tomorrow night, and so gotta make sure we're not doing anything, but we're not doing anything because we don't do anything right now. So I'm pretty sure it's a perfect night to do it. I'm gonna need your guys' emails though, so I don't know, maybe I have access to them through YouTube. That's actually one of the things I'm gonna do this afternoon, figure out how I can send out information so you'll get access to the things that are for members only. So if you're interested, there's a link to that. Check it out. I'm very, very honored that anyone would be interested in doing that. So the first Zoom members only thing is likely going to be tomorrow night, as long as I can figure out how to get the information to everybody, and then I'll get the Facebook members only thing going too. I'll do that this afternoon. And again, please check out
2 more questions left, right?
Okay. Magic the Mouse.
Yeah, 2 more left.
Yeah, 2 more. All right, I'll shut up and listen. Only yes or no. I'm only saying yes or no. I'm not letting you trick me again.
Okay.
Kappa. Yeah, Lynn. I was going to ask. I should have had Lynn on here coaching him. Is what I should have had. All the detectives up and away.
Okay. The third one you said, Rick Mundy hit a ball out of Jack Murphy Stadium the day before the All-Star game.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. It was massive. It was awesome. And I love Rick Mundy. 1 more question, and then you can use your question, and then you can make your guess. So really, you should have it narrowed down to what, 6 or so with your questions? Pretty sure.
Well, actually less than that, because the Lasorda one's got to be true, because you wouldn't have been there if you weren't there seeing Tommy Lasorda, so we can scratch that one off. You wouldn't have met Steve Sachs.
Could have been somebody else call me. I've had a general manager call me on the phone that I didn't talk about in the story. A Giants general manager, so I should have lied to him because I really hate the Giants.
You can verify it with his mom, though.
Oh, Mom's in the chat, right? Ma, do you remember that?
Where's Mom? Did Tommy Lasorda ever call him from Wrigley Field?
Were you here when I told that story, Ma? Because had I made well, I'll just shut up.
She's still there.
Ma, you still here? She might be ninja listening.
Ninja listening?
I'll have to ask her if you ever had an exchange student named Bronco.
She's in chat. She says yes. Ma, Bill's got a question for you.
guys had a lot.
Oh, she just said yes. I don't know if that's yes because she's here or yes, Tommy Lasorda called you from Wrigley Field.
She's too busy to say more. 3 letters is all you get. 3 letters. You figure it out all by yourself.
He did it again.
Was the question, Jeff is your favorite kid? Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes to both.
Yes to both. Oh, that's more. That's very
okay.
You went to the Paula
All right.
details. Isn't it required?
Is
It's required for the Dodgers and the Giants fans to hate each other. I don't know if it's required, but it's real. I do hate the Giants, like I really do. I hate the Raiders more, but that's not to say that the Giants aren't fully hated. Tommy and Bronco, she says. Tommy
Lasorda and Bronco.
Oh, I thought we had a.
Yeah.
She's all
right. So we got it down to the Dodger Stadium. Lou Brock, Ricky Henderson, all time, Hershiser, and Hoffman.
Really, Ma, I feel like you should be able to know this, but I mean, if you were paying attention, Ma.
What does the chat think? Everybody seemed to before going with the Trevor Hoffman story.
I agree. What does chat think? Does chat think the Tommy Lasorda story is a lie? The Steve Sachs story is a lie? The Rick Monday story is a lie? The sitting behind home plate for the 84 Olympics is a lie? The seeing Lou Brock break the all-time stolen bases record in 77 is a lie? The Ricky Henderson setting the all-time runs record in 01 is a lie? The Orel Hershiser 10-inning shutout to set the all-time record in 88 is a lie? I smell cigarettes. The Vin Scully sent me some mail is a lie. The I coached baseball and I had a pass that was basically season ticket to any game I wanted at Dodger Stadium was a lie. Rick Monday, the home run is a lie, which we already said was not. And Trevor Hoffman newspaper over his shoulder story. Don't know the statements. I missed them. I just told you all the statements. I just said them, Ma. So while he's thinking about it tonight, 11 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock my time.
Apparently you were twitchy with Orel.
Can I open it, Michelle?
Yeah.
So tonight, 11 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock my time, Disney Pins Live. My guest on that show is going to be this beautiful lady. Kelly's my co-host. I don't know if Taylor's going to be there or not. She'll probably be there. Taylor, are you here? Regardless, she's welcome if she wants. And we're going to give away a Disney pin. And we're going to give away, if I can get it out of
you can get them out.
Bumpily thing.
It might be a while.
It's been a while.
We only have like 8 minutes.
Since I've been to open up this pin pack. Hold on, one second.
Yeah, you kind of got me stumped here.
I'm a good liar. So I got some villain pins, which is not a lie. And so we've got who we got. Yeah, she'll talk about them while I show them. So
Scar.
One of these pins will be somebody in the chats. I bought one for me. I'm going to keep one set, and I'm going to give away one every week for we got 7. So every week for the next 7, I'll give away one of these, and tonight's winner gets to pick. So yeah, who you got? You got Scar, Ursula,
the guy here,
Hades,
Cruella,
the
Queen of Hearts,
Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook,
and Maleficent.
They're pretty cool. So come on, be there tonight, and the winner will get to pick the pin of his or her choice. Kind of fun. And I'm keeping
the Queen of Hearts one. I don't have
playing with the Queen of Hearts. All right, buddy. Hey, Mikey, my favorite Jets fan. What's going on? TikTok Rock. You remember the game on ESPN called Stump? Oh yes, yeah, I do. Who was that? I do remember that show. I always wanted to be on that show. I
vaguely remember that.
Yeah. I'm better than my fair share at trivia in general, and I'm pretty dang good at sport. We should do sports trivia. Ooh. All right, your time's up, Kappa. Let's go. You know what? I want my lawyer. Where's Saul? I need Saul.
I'm gonna call the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Ask about Trevor Hoffman's story being true. Jay Skywalker thinks that I'm a lying liar about Trevor Hoffman.
I still have one question left.
You do?
Is the Trevor Hoffman story true?
Yes, 100% total. All right, so you're down to like 5 or 6.
1, 2, 3. I'm to 4.
Well, I'm the liar, so I'll leave the math to you. All right, buddy, you got to make a choice here.
Well,
Chat.
I know Orel Hershiser. I know that was a 10-inning game.
Ask him about Jimmy Hoffa. I don't know much. Here, I'll tell you about the movie on Netflix. It's a lie. How about that? I can tell you that. Watch.
And I know Lou Brock, that was August of 77. You got your dates right.
Google works here. You don't know the song Watching the Detective? Elvis Costello?
I don't know. This is just going to be a guess here because you got me stumped here. But I'm kind of thinking it's the Ricky Henderson one.
Is that
the all-time? What was it? All-time runs.
Yes. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What makes you say that? Right or wrong? What makes you say that?
Well, the date, October the 4th. That was the only one I didn't get a chance to look up. And usually the season's over by October the 4th.
I can tell you factually that Ricky Henderson broke the all-time record in San Diego on October 4th, but I can also tell you that I wasn't there. So you're absolutely right. You win a prize of some kind, which is going to be something sweaty and Dodger-y because of our conversation, and or a Phillies thing that I can find. And somebody in chat also wins something that I haven't decided what it is yet. But probably a Disney pin, because that's what I have the most of. I got to be honest. Unless you're also a baseball fan. If you're a Dodgers fan, I'll send you a Dodgers thing. So the pressure's now on you, Kappa. You got it right. Good job. I want to know why you got it, but you told me because of the October thing. It's funny you say that because I thought that might throw you off. October 4th sounds like it should be the season's over.
Come to think of it, though, usually October 4th it is over, but then I just looked, too. It was 2001. So they might have pushed the season back a few extra days because it was 2001 and the season was closed down for about a week to 10 days.
So there was like 2 days in 2 out of 3 that Ricky Henderson set or tied a massively huge record there in San Diego. But I figured you'd think it was true because I lived there. I did
enjoy looking up the Rick Mundy thing from 1978. There was quite a few Phillies on that starting roster in 70 All-Star game.
The Dodgers and the Phillies had a lot of crossover there late 70s, early 80s. Sharpest attack. Woo woo, go Detective Bill. Congrats, Bill. Yay, great game, great job. I hope you guys had fun in chat. Great detective work that you're talking about. I had fun on my end, but of course I did. I'm talking about stuff that are fun memories for me. I feel like you probably had more fun than Lynn did last week.
Lynn, I think got a little
I don't know that was.
No, actually, I need to go take a shower now. You have me sweating. It's been 21 years since I had to use my brain.
I love it. I love it. I'm a little disappointed that you won, but not really. So you're going to have to pick somebody in chat. Who was the most helpful? I wish I had. That doesn't matter. Whoever it is, I'll send you something. It'll be a surprise to you. If you get picked, you got to send me an email to dolewhipdad, dolewhipdad@gmail.com or an Instagram DM at dolewhipdad, or you can tweet me, but I'll take me. I don't go there very much, but at me at dolewhipdad or whatever it is. Direct message me, whatever, or stand in front of my house, yell real loud, but that'll be creepy and you might get shot. Don't do that. So
I'm scrolling back in chat here because I was really only keeping an eye on what you were actually posting up there underneath us for chat. And I caught a couple things.
I definitely earned my Violet Saki. So if you're wanting to get YouTube for free downloaded, here's the link, unrelated to what we talked about too much, but I love it. Check it out right there. If you want to check out Magic the Mouse's podcast, again, I'm giving you the Spotify link, but you can get it wherever you listen to podcasts. There it is right there. You can just look up Magic the Mouse TV or Magic the Mouse in general. I think you'd probably find it, honestly. It's a great podcast. And again, my episode is way better than Lynn's episode, but I'm just saying that because Lynn's in the chat. Hey, Orlando guy, my episode is also better than the Orlando guy's episode. Just saying. ATJH family travels in the house. What's going on? Man, you did, Lynn. I have Spotify. Go check it out. It's an awesome podcast.
The one that was kind of helping me the most, I have to say, would be Jay Skywalker.
Jay Skywalker has a better last name than me. I better write that down. Jay Skywalker, I need you to send me, if you want your prize, your mailing address. So, Jay Skywalker. It'll probably
actually, if I can choose my prize, can I just have Lynn send me some Violet Saki?
I don't know if it's legal, Mr. Detective, to be sending Saki through the mail, but hey, that'll be between you and your lawyer. I just want to say it took 2 episodes from Jeff Now, Mr. Detective.
No, that's not true. It was 2 episodes. I'm just going by the 1 episode.
So why don't you just crush his little soul and tell him that I probably have. Watch out.
Now, before we go off here, real quick.
Wow, you sound like R2D2 right there, but that's okay.
Yeah, you